Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Wisdom, and I just had a really terrible week. Somehow, some way, I got through the horror of last week, and I'm here, still here, to give you guys some wisdom, and that's what I'm gonna do for this week's video. But before I get into the wisdom though, I'd like you guys to please subscribe and hit the notification bell. I am aiming for 100 subscribers before the year ends. I'm sitting at a strong 87 right now, which I'm so grateful for and I'm so happy about. And I think that I could get to 100 before the end of the year, so that's what I'm going to try to do. Thank you for helping me with that. Let's get right into our terrible weeks that we had. I hope that y'all had a better week than I did, because my week, I'm sure plenty of you also had a tough time, and we're both looking at each other and we're like, okay, what's the next step? And that's what I'm here for. Last week was a tough week. It was tough academically. I was stressed out. I had plenty of due dates to meet. I had plenty of papers to write. Then physically, I was in pain this week. All of that, getting out of bed, getting dressed, getting all prettied up and all that, it wasn't happening. I'll just say Mother Nature, you guys can connect the dots. But that happens emotionally. I was a wreck emotionally this week. Again, partly Mother Nature, partly not. I had things going on within some of my relationships. Things like that happen and things like that get to you. So yeah, terrible week emotionally, that amongst other things that happened. This was a tough week politically and socially. I don't even know what to call this category, but trying to stay informed is heavy sometimes. Period. So it's like we go through all these terrible things, or we think that we are just having terrible things happen to us, but where do we go from there? What do we do next? It's a new week. What is the next step? How do we move forward from this? So after a lot of reflecting and a lot of journaling, a lot of thinking about it, I've came up with some things that I'd like to share with you guys, just in case you guys had a bad week or are having a bad week. And hopefully we can all keep this in mind, because the truth of the matter is that things that we think are terrible are going to happen. Everything's not going to be all sweet. Everything's not going to be like that all the time. It's life. Like, things are going to happen. It's inevitable. It's a matter of a mindset shift. Instead of thinking, oh my goodness, all these terrible things are happening to me. Like, why is this such a terrible week? Instead of dwelling in it, sulking in it, shift your mindset a little bit. I challenge you to. There's probably a lot of healing going on, and there's probably a lot of learning experiences that are taking place within those terrible, horrible, dreadful, sad moments. There's probably a lot of things that you could be taking and making yourself better with. I realized that a lot of the reason why this week was bad was just because I was healing. Healing isn't always butterflies, not butterflies. I have a terrible butterfly story from this week, but I'll save that for another time. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to know my butterfly story, and I will tell you guys my butterfly story. That was like a lot of the reason why my week was so bad. But as I was saying, all healing isn't and meditate and, journal, and all healing doesn't look like that. A lot of times we want to do the inner work and we want to become better versions of ourselves, but we don't want to go through the hurtful things that comes with. And sometimes that means going through terrible weeks and realizing things about ourselves that we don't necessarily like, and things about ourselves that we need to change. I feel like if we all start looking at our terrible weeks like that, instead of just a terrible week, then we might be able to use it for something, know that all of our pain and our anguish wasn't just for the hell of it. I think the goal is always to move forward. And I don't feel like the universe would ever put something in our lives to move us backward. I feel like it may give us these bad weeks, it may give us a bad month, it may give us a bad year, maybe to move our direction, maybe to give us something to move forward with maybe to grow with. The only way that we move backward or we stay stagnant is by sitting in it. And as much as I'm an advocate for feeling your feelings and feeling your emotions, letting yourself be mad, letting yourself be upset, letting yourself be angry, letting yourself be sad, as much as I'm an advocate for that and I do that myself, I've kind of learned that everything's here to teach us something. While we're in the middle of our terrible weeks or our terrible days and our terrible months, it's hard to think, this is the universe trying to heal me. This is the universe trying to tell me that I need to change something. This is something deeper than it just being terrible. It's hard to think like that, and I know it. I know it, y'all. At some point, we do have to force ourselves to think like that. I want to leave you with a quote. I really don't know where the quote came from, but I've seen it around quite a bit. Again, I don't know who it's originated by, but it says something like, it's just a bad day, not a bad life. And I think that that's important for us all to hold on to in our bad days, in our bad times. It's a bad day. It's not a bad life. It's a bad month. It's not a bad life. It's a bad year. It's not a bad life. You will get through it. And I know that you guys probably don't want to hear this right now, but sometimes the terrible weeks are the best weeks in the sense that you learn the most. You grow the most. You get stronger, you get wiser, and you just come out of them feeling like you conquered something. Whatever that something is for you is not anyone's business. It could be something very, very small that you overplayed because you are on your period, or it could be something big that everyone would recognize as a struggle. But it doesn't matter, because if it's a struggle for you, then it's probably teaching you something. That's what I want to leave you with. But that's the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys found something, even if it's just little, to take out of it and apply to your lives, because that's what wisdom is about. Wisdom is application, period. If so, please give this video a thumbs up. Follow my social media. Please read my blog, www.awordbywisdom.com. The blog is super dope, so check it out, please. Please, it's just bomb. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I will see you guys next week with another one, so make sure that you're subscribed and that you have your notification bells on, because I be posting every Tuesday, period. Have a great rest of the week. If you're not having a good week, then that's okay. You're learning something and you will get through it, and I love you for that. So keep on pushing through it, sister or brother, whoever you are. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.